KTLA 5's Mary Beth McDade is live, and Flores is at his home in San Pedro, where he's been living in our own backyard for years now. MB.
Yes, and Rick and Cher, Paul Flores actually spent most of his life here in Southern California. He grew up down in Torrance until about 1992, and then after Smart's disappearance in '96, he returned to Southern California, living in Irvine, Orange, Lawndale, and of course here in San Pedro. Now, former neighbors tell us that he was known to frequent bars in Redondo, Hermosa, Long Beach, and San Pedro, where he allegedly preyed on women. A judge has ruled, though, that none of those women are allowed to tell their stories in this case, but prosecutors believe they have enough evidence to prove that Paul Flores murdered Kristen Smart during a rape.
She had a very adventurous spirit.
The last place where Kristen was seen was close to the dorms and near Mr. Flores' dorms.
I refuse to answer that question based on the Fifth Amendment.
We're hopeful that this will lead to the finding of Kristen.
In addition to the cadaver dogs that alerted on his dorm mattress early on.
I believe he took her life.
I'm here to announce the arrest of Paul Flores for the murder of Kristen Smart.
It's the murder case of a college co-ed that has rocked this country, especially right here in Southern California, where the suspected killer has lived for years.
Just to know that this person was not that far from my home is kind of crazy.
26 years ago in May of 1996, Kristen Smart, a young, beautiful, and thriving Cal Poly freshman, vanished. The last person she was seen with, fellow freshman Paul Flores. Authorities have long suspected Flores killed the 19-year-old Stockton native while trying to rape her. Witnesses say Flores offered to walk Smart back to her dorm from an off-campus college party. Smart was never seen alive again.
We certainly believe that Mr. Flores' dorm room was the crime scene.
Many, including the Smart family, feel authorities made a lot of missteps when their daughter first went missing. Campus police waited nearly 4 days to investigate, thinking she had gone off with friends for the Memorial Day weekend. Finally, a week later, detectives with the DA's office picked up the case and questioned Flores. But they didn't search his room until after he moved out for summer break, and his room had been cleaned by the university. Still, authorities say several cadaver dogs alerted on Flores' mattress the scent of human decay. Flores, who's originally from Torrance but lived in nearby Arroyo Grande at the time, quickly stopped talking to authorities. And months later, in both a grand jury and a civil deposition, Flores pled the Fifth.
On the advice of my attorney, I refuse to answer that question based on the Fifth Amendment.
Authorities have always been suspicious of Flores' black eye, seen in a booking photo taken 2 days after Smart's disappearance, when Flores was booked for an outstanding DUI. Investigators questioned him about it, but his story kept changing.
He had a black eye, scratches on his hands and knees, and he told one story and then he admitted that was a lie and told another one.
Chris Lampert launched a podcast, Your Own Backyard, in September 2019. The podcast is credited with reigniting interest in this case.
In 2019, we interviewed several witnesses that had not been previously interviewed. Some of that information came to light through the podcast.
This led to a court order to monitor Paul's cell phone and several search warrants being served at various locations, including 4 Flores family members' homes. Additional warrants were served at Paul's San Pedro home and his father Ruben's Arroyo Grande home. Investigators say damning evidence was found at both, including blood evidence and clothing fibers underneath Ruben's back porch, showing that Smart had once been buried there.
Forensic physical evidence was located, and yes, we believe it's linked to Kristen.
Last spring, Paul was arrested at a San Pedro home where he's lived since 2011 for Smart's murder.
It happens to be that he's been lying to us. That is really gonna, it's gonna make me feel stupid, because he said he didn't.
His father was also arrested for accessory in Smart's disappearance. Now, 26 years later, Paul Flores and his father are set to stand trial. And back here live at Paul Flores' home in San Pedro, I can tell you it is much tidier now than when he was arrested last spring. Neighbors tell us that his mother came down here, remodeled it, and is renting it out. And I can tell you that the man who's renting it was in absolute shock when we informed him who actually owned the house. He hadn't even heard about this case. Now, the case does get underway on Monday. It's going to be up in Monterey County. A judge just felt there was too much publicity surrounding this case to have it in San Luis Obispo County. And of course, we're going to be there up to cover it as this trial gets underway. For now, reporting live here in San Pedro, Mary Beth McDade. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, MB, we'll look forward to your report. Thanks. In other news tonight, a 23-year-old woman's been accused of impersonating a nurse to try to abduct a newborn baby. It happened at the Riverside University Medical Center in Moreno Valley. Investigators say Jasenia Moran identified herself as a newly hired nurse and was allowed into the maternity ward. But once inside a patient's room, she attempted to take the newborn. But she was then confronted by hospital staff. They notified security. Moran is being held tonight on $1 million bail. And the hospital releasing a statement reading in part that Riverside University Health System and Medical Center has multiple layers of security to protect the safety and well-being of its patients and staff. And we're thankful that those systems and our vigilant staff were able to thwart the suspect.
Lawyers representing street vendors in San Bernardino are filing a sweeping civil rights lawsuit against the city. At a press conference today, lawyers released video of vendor Cesar Marquin's arrest and his equipment confiscated last Saturday. Vendors say it's yet another example of being targeted and brutalized by the police, but city officials say Marquin was not properly permitted to sell food on the street and that he had been warned to stop several times.
This particular vendor